Hey everybody. Today I just wanted to kind of give a quick update about me and how things are going. I actually have really exciting news today, earlier today, this morning. And this is Friday, by the way, that I'm recording this, so it'll be coming out on Saturday, but I'm recording this on Friday. And earlier in the day on Friday, I went to the cardiologist for my 6 month checkup. I go there pretty much every 6 months for a check in with them. And I haven't had an AFib episode in quite a while. Been over a year, getting close to a year and a half here, and I used to have them quite frequently. I've lost weight and so forth, and we've talked a little bit before about potentially going off of the blood thinner and medication and so forth. And happy to say that as of this appointment, I am no longer taking medication for AFib. So no more blood thinner. Um, And yeah, I'm just really excited about that because I've been wanting to get off the blood thinner for a while. He agreed with me that my stroke risk is much lower now and things have been going well. So, no more medication. The other thing that's pretty cool is I don't need to see him again for a year instead of coming back in 6 months. In a year, I will be like 3 months or 3 years or so since my last stress test. So he wants me to do another stress test. So that's why I'm seeing him again in a year. And so we're going to do the stress test, and then he's going to just check in with me after that. Just wants to make sure that things are continuing to go in the right direction and so forth, and that things all look good. So that's the reason for doing the stress test next year. So we got that scheduled up for November of next year. So that's great news for me. He's really happy with where things are. My blood work triglycerides were at 108 this last time. HDL, I believe, was 40, but the previous time was 45. He's not concerned that it went to 40. There could be any kind of little blip there for a reason for that. He thinks that it'll probably be back up around 45 or so the next time I get my blood work done. And anyways, with the triglycerides where they're at, he's pretty happy. So he's really happy about that. So very good check-in with the cardiologist today. Uh, that the whole AFib thing, not having an episode in quite a while now, over a year, uh, actually close to a year and a half, I guess now, and not having to take the blood thinner anymore. That's just great news. I still do take uh, a blood pressure medication. It's a small dosage that I still take. Uh, my blood pressure is good. It's not like really low to where I should go off the medication yet at this point. So I'm going to continue with that medication for now. But, you know, not having the AFib medication, not being on a blood thinner, that's a pretty big pretty big deal for me. So, pretty good thing. Um, so, that's the biggest update for me. In terms of weight, this month I'm doing a no weigh November, something I'm doing with Greg from My Weight Loss Life and a few others that have said that they were going to go in on this challenge as well. So that's the November challenge. On November 1st, just a few days ago, I weighed myself in. I actually weighed in at 294, so a few pounds more than I had been. I was 290 before that. But I was on vacation and I did drink a little alcohol the one day and had a couple of carbs the one day. So I think that there was kind of some water retention there. That probably was the difference in my weight. But I'm not going to check the weight again until December 1st. So we'll see where it's at that point. It'd be interesting to see. In terms of Halloween, I did really well with Halloween. Stayed away from candy for the most part. I had one little piece of candy and that was it. Um, and that went really well for me. Of course, Thanksgiving's coming up in a few weeks, so I'm going to be um, seeing how that goes. Right now, the plan is we're going to have our traditional Thanksgiving meal because nobody else is doing carnivore or low carb in the family. So I'm probably going to eat a lot of turkey. We do a deviled egg, and we're going to make sure that that's pretty much a carnivore style deviled egg. Um, so, those are a couple good options for me. And probably thinking, so our plan right now is we're going to eat kind of later in the day because my oldest daughter, and my son are going to be coming back kind of late because she works earlier in the day on Thanksgiving, actually. So they'll be coming in later in the day. So we're going to eat kind of later. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a nice steak, maybe a ribeye or chuck steak or New York strip or something like that, like lunchtime, right? And that'll be my main meal. And so then when everybody's stuffing themselves on the Thanksgiving meal, I'll just have turkey and, like I said, maybe a couple deviled eggs or something like that. And that way I should get through Thanksgiving pretty well. So that's my plan for that. So for the channel here, I've got some live streams coming up. Sunday, I am going to be live with Carnivore Trucker. That is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. On Wednesday of next week, that's November 8th, I will be on Carnivore Soldiers Hump Day live stream, 7:05 p.m. Eastern. And of course, Thursday, I have the low carb football party with Greg from My Weight Loss Life. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be doing that again next Thursday. That's always a fun one to do every Thursday. So looking forward to that one. Also, in the meantime, I have a pre-recorded interview that I'll be doing with somebody on their channel. That will be coming out for their channel probably later, I guess, in the week next week. And don't forget Sunday, November 12th. So that's a little over a week from now, but November 12th at noon Eastern Time, I will be live with Dr. Tony Hampton. So I'm really looking forward to that discussion. We're going to be talking about low carb topics. I'm sure we'll talk about carnivore a little bit as well. But that should be a really good discussion. It's going to be a live stream, so you want to join and prepare questions for Dr. Hampton, and it'll be a great live stream, I'm sure. So I'm really looking forward to that one too. So that's kind of some of the things I have coming up. I do have a store now available through YouTube. It's a store that I had open already for t-shirts and other merchandise. So just some carnivore merchandise that you can check out. So if you go to my YouTube channel page and go to the store tab, you can see the different products in there. And I'm closing in now, getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So as I get up there, a lot of people start turning on memberships, and that's something that I've kind of thought about a little bit, that I might offer a membership of some sort. So I'm kind of thinking that through right now. Anything I do, I want to make sure that there's good value for people. And if I turn on those memberships, it will allow me to cover some of the costs that I have for the channel. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there, and it would provide good content, good value for somebody if they would go to that membership. So more to come there. Something I'm just looking at and want to make sure I've got everything right before I really roll that out, but something I'm looking at for the future for the channel. So that's pretty much it for the channel. Go ahead and like this video if you haven't already. Share it on social media and so forth, and that'll help YouTube to get it going on its algorithm and send it out to different people and so forth. So we get more people watching the videos and learning about the carnivore diet and low carb and so forth. Again, I've had tremendous health benefits from the carnivore diet. Just no joint pain and arthritis that I used to have. Haven't had an afib episode in well over a year now, closing in on a year and a half. I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost over 80 pounds of weight, and my energy levels are great and so forth. So just a lot of benefits I've had on the carnivore diet, and really want to get that info out there to other people so that others at least can see my experiences and consider if the carnivore diet is right for them.